Welcome to Berlin, a city where the echoes of history meet the rhythm of modern life. As we look over the tranquil Spree River, with a majestic Berliner Dome dominating the skyline, we begin our journey into one of Europe's most fascinating capitals. Berlin's story is as complex as it is compelling. Founded in the 13th century, this city has been a stage for some of history's most defining moments. From the rise and fall of empires to the turmoil of war and division, and ultimately, to its reunification as a beacon of resilience and renewal. Berlin is not just about its past. It is a canvas for creativity. The vibrant street art in Kreuzberg and the world-class galleries in Mitte are a testament to the city's thriving art scene. It's a place where tradition and innovation coexist in harmony. This is a city that embraces individuality, where every neighborhood has its own personality, from the bohemian vibe of Prenzlauer Berg to the edgy energy of Friedrichshain. Did you know that Berlin boasts more bridges than Venice? With over 1,700 bridges, each one tells its own story. These structures connect not only the city's geography, but its rich history and vibrant communities. These unique overhead pipes are part of Berlin's complex water management system and present the city's practical ingenuity. Berlin is also a city where nature thrives. With over 2,500 parks and green spaces, including the expansive Tiergarten and wide-open areas abound. It's not uncommon to spot wild boars or rare birds within city limits, a reminder that this bustling metropolis is equally a haven for nature. Next, we arrive at Trabiworld, a museum dedicated to East Germany's iconic Trabant car. Lovingly nicknamed the Trabi, these compact vehicles were a symbol of life in the former GDR. At Trabiworld, you can see these charming cars up close, learn about their history, and even take one for a spin on a guided tour of the city. Berlin is also famous for its vibrant pop-up markets. These temporary hubs of creativity can appear in parks, plazas, or even disused industrial spaces. Whether you're hunting for vintage treasures, handmade crafts, or international street food, these markets showcase Berlin's eclectic tastes and entrepreneurial spirit. They are a must-visit for anyone seeking an authentic slice of the city's culture. Our next stop is brief but significant, the site of the Führerbunker. Today, a discreet sign and car park mark the location where Adolf Hitler spent his final days. It's a stark reminder of Berlin's dark chapters, balanced by its commitment to remembering the past while building a better future. The Georg Elsa Memorial is a striking metal installation dedicated to the man who attempted to assassinate Hitler in 1939. The Waldorf Astoria, an icon of elegance in Berlin's modern skyline, is a luxury hotel combining timeless style with contemporary comfort. Lemke Biermeistertree is a local brewery, renowned for its craft beers, offering everything from traditional lagers to bold IPAs. Nestled near the Hackescher Markt, Lemke is the perfect place to relax and soak in the city's vibrant beer culture. We take a stroll down a classic Berlin street and arrive at the Kino Babylon. This historic cinema, dating back to 1929, is a cultural gem. Known for its retro charm and curated film festivals, Kino Babylon is a must-see for movie buffs and architecture lovers alike. Ampelmann quirky pedestrian signals, originally from East Berlin, have become a cultural icon. Here, at the Hofbräu Biergarten in Alexanderplatz, the flavors of Bavaria come alive with hearty food, refreshing beer, and lively music. The Hofbräu can seat over 2,500 guests. Long wooden tables encourage a social, warm setting, bringing the authentic atmosphere of Munich's famous Hofbrauhaus to the heart of Berlin. While Hofbräu Berlin does attract plenty of tourists, it's popular with locals too, especially for big events like Oktoberfest, football matches, and casual after-work drinks. For a lively, Bavarian beer hall experience, Hofbräu Berlin is one of the best spots in the city. Checkpoint Charlie, once the most famous crossing point between East and West Berlin during the Cold War. Today, it stands as a powerful symbol of division and the resilience of the people who lived through it. A short walk away is the Topography of Terror, a museum located on the former site of the Gestapo and SS headquarters. Here, you can learn about the atrocities of Nazi Germany and the terrifying grip they had over the city and its people. Scattered throughout Berlin, the remnants of the Berlin Wall stand as stark reminders of the city's divided past. These sections are now a canvas for murals that commemorate the spirit of freedom that ultimately tore the wall down. At the end of this section of the wall is the Gropiusbau, one of Berlin's most celebrated museums. Built in the late 19th century, it still bears the scars of history, with bullet holes in its walls from World War II. Today, it houses fascinating art exhibits. We now arrive at the iconic Brandenburg Gate. Whether you're marveling at its neoclassical beauty or taking in its historical significance, the Brandenburg Gate remains a powerful symbol of Berlin's transformation. Just 5 minutes walk from the Brandenburg Gate is the Reichstag Building, a symbol of German democracy and resilience and home to the Bundestag, Germany's parliament. Entry to the Reichstag is free, but make sure to pre-book your tickets and take your ID as it's essential. Built in 1894, it has witnessed tumultuous times, from the rise of the Nazi regime to its destruction by fire in 1933 and its pivotal role in post-reunification politics. The design encourages natural light and ventilation, with a mirrored cone in the center reflecting sunlight into the Bundestag chamber, reducing the need for artificial lighting. Visitors can climb the spiral ramp and enjoy a 360-degree view of the city from above. The glass dome is a symbol of transparency and democracy, allowing visitors to look down into the parliamentary chamber below. The building has been beautifully restored, and one of the highlights is the glass dome at the top. The roof terrace is an open-air platform surrounding the dome, offering unobstructed views in every direction. Here you are able to take photos of Berlin's skyline, relax and admire the cityscape and Berlin's landmarks. On the terrace you can also find a cafe and restaurant, where visitors can enjoy coffee, cake, or even a full meal with a spectacular view. Now we continue through Berlin's lush green heart, Tiergarten. This expansive park was once a hunting ground for Prussian kings and is now a sanctuary for city dwellers and visitors alike. As we stroll through its gravelly paths, we approach the Victory Tower, yet another of Berlin's iconic landmarks. Standing proudly in the middle of Tiergarten, the Victory Column, Siegessäule, is one of Berlin's most famous monuments. It rises 67 meters into the sky. The column is a symbol of Prussian military victories in the 19th century and has become one of the best panoramic viewpoints in Berlin. Don't forget to take cash. Entry is cash only, and there are no ATMs nearby. Along the way, you'll see intricate mosaics and detailed murals inside the tower, showcasing the story of Prussian victories. The column originally stood in front of the Reichstag Building, but in the 1930s, during the Nazi era, it was moved to its current location in Große Stern, a large traffic roundabout in the heart of Tiergarten. This relocation, part of Hitler's grand vision for a new Berlin, likely saved the column from being destroyed during World War II bombings. 285 narrow spiraling steps lead to the top. There's no elevator, so it's a steep climb. On top stands Victoria, the Roman goddess of victory. Now, we arrive at one of Berlin's most poignant and thought-provoking landmarks, the memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. Designed by architect Peter Eisenman and opened in 2005, the memorial covers an area of 19,000 square meters and consists of 2,711 concrete slabs or stelae. The slabs vary in height, creating an unsettling and immersive experience meant to evoke feelings of disorientation and introspection. The design is deliberately open to interpretation, representing the chaos and loss experienced by millions during the Holocaust. Beneath the memorial is an information center, where personal stories and historical documents provide further insight into this dark chapter of history. The Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church is one of Berlin's most striking landmarks, not because of its grandeur, but because of its ruined state. The original church was built in 1895 under Kaiser Wilhelm II, in honor of his grandfather, Kaiser Wilhelm I. During World War II, the church was heavily bombed in 1943 by Allied air raids. The once grand tower collapsed, leaving only a partially destroyed West Tower, standing at 71 meters. Instead of demolishing the remains, Berliners decided to preserve the ruined tower as a war memorial, a permanent symbol of the city's wartime suffering and the importance of peace. Next, we delve into the Berlin beer culture, and what better way to do that than with a Biergarten tour? Zolpackhof is a hidden gem, offering beautiful riverside seating with views of the Bundeskanzler Ramp Chancellor's office. The mix of locals and tourists creates a welcoming atmosphere, making it a perfect first stop on the tour. Second on the list is Pratergarten. Established in 1837, it is Berlin's oldest beer garden. Walking in, you'll feel the historic charm, long wooden tables, towering chestnut trees, and a lively yet relaxed atmosphere. Whether you're a local or a tourist, everyone here is just looking to enjoy a cold beer and good company. Unlike some of the rowdier beer halls, Pratergarten offers a laid-back, friendly vibe. As the sun sets, the warm glow of string lights begin to illuminate the garden. Locals and visitors alike linger into the night, laughing over tall glasses of beer, sharing stories, and enjoying the simple pleasure of drinking under the open sky. Tucked away in Berlin's Tiergarten, Café am Neuen offers one of the most scenic beer garden experiences in the city. Unlike the lively, urban beer gardens of Prenzlauer Berg or Mitte, this one feels like an escape into nature. For an extra special experience, you can rent a rowboat and take your drink out onto the water. After a long day of sightseeing, surrounded by towering trees, with views of the calm waters of Neuen, it's the perfect place to sit back and sip a cold Augustiner Brau or two, a truly chilled way to enjoy Berlin. Next, we visit Schleusenkrug. This isn't just a place to drink, it offers a mix of sights and sounds that reflect the city's energy. As you sit with a cold beer, you can hear the gentle rush of the Landwehr Canal as boats and barges glide past, or the rumble of Berlin's S-Bahn trains crossing nearby bridges, and the sounds of the Berlin Zoo, with the occasional animal call in the background. As Berlin transitions into evening, we pass the stunning St. Mary's Church, one of the city's oldest buildings. The ever-present Fernsehturm can be seen in the background. Here, we take a look down Spandauer Strasse as we begin to make our way towards the River Spree. Lit up on our right, we see the DDR Museum, but more on this later. On our left, standing proudly on Museum Island, Berliner Dom is one of the city's most iconic landmarks. Its massive green dome dominates the skyline, making it instantly recognizable. Originally built in the 15th century, the cathedral has undergone several transformations. In front of us, we can see the humble promenade and forum, which are filled with activity and history. At night, the city takes on a completely different character. The historic buildings, modern skyscrapers, and famous landmarks are bathed in a golden glow, and the reflections on the Spree River create a magical atmosphere. Further along the spree, we pass the statue of George and the Dragon, a tribute to the legendary saint. Next, we see Heinrich Zill, a beloved Berlin artist and humorist known for capturing the everyday lives of Berliners. Along the way, we catch a glimpse of some of Berlin's historic restaurants, like Zur Gerichtslaub. Next door to Zur Gerichtslaub is Fischer und Lustig, the little sister of the well-established Jäger und Lustig in Friedrichshain. No tour would be complete without mentioning Zum Nussbaum, also known as the Nut Tree. This is one of Berlin's oldest and most charming traditional taverns, originally dating back to the 16th century. The original building was destroyed during World War II but was reconstructed in the 1980s. It offers rustic charm, history, great German food, and of course, amazing beer. Next, we pass Berlin City Hall, home to the mayor's office and the Senate of Berlin. We now venture into the courtyard next to Hotel Telegraphen, an iconic building once used as the city's postal office. Walking past the canals in Berlin at night is a peaceful and atmospheric experience. The cool night air adds a refreshing touch. As we leave the tranquil canals behind, we make our way towards our next stop, Hackescher Markt and the Kilkenny Irish Bar. The Kilkenny is an inviting Irish pub known for its warm, friendly atmosphere. The Kilkenny offers a refuge from the busy streets, with its cozy interior and wooden furnishings, making it the perfect spot to unwind after a night of exploring the city. Wine and dine the night away, enjoy the large selection of beer or brave a pint of Guinness and port. You'll find live music, televised sport, and always ensured of a crowd. Nestled in Nikolai-Viertel, one of the most historic parts of Berlin, Georg Brauhaus is yet another must-see place to experience traditional German beer culture. Georg Brau unfiltered Pilsner is made on site and is incredibly refreshing. The rustic wooden interior, long communal tables, and the scent of freshly brewed beer in the air create an atmosphere that feels both authentic and welcoming. In the main restaurant area, you're greeted by the sight of the copper brewing kettles. On a hot day such as today, where else is better to unwind and chill out than the Berlin Icebar? Enter the pre-bar area and enjoy a drink before heading inside. Begin with a fun storytelling element. You're stepping into a historical ice adventure. The whole experience is themed around a legendary Dutch Arctic voyage, where sailors got stranded in the ice in the 16th century.
It was really warm, and then we came here, and now I'm really happy because it's nice and cold and cool.
From the moment you step inside, you're transported into a world of ice, frost, and Arctic adventure. The bar maintains a constant temperature of -10 degrees centigrade, making it one of the coldest places in the city. But don't worry, you'll be given a thick winter coat and gloves to keep you warm. The ice bar is decorated with huge ice sculptures, frozen furniture, and walls made of solid ice, giving it the feel of a polar expedition camp. This is a fun, immersive experience unlike anywhere else in the city. Each ticket includes 3 free drinks, 1 in the warm bar area and 2 inside the ice bar itself. As with our experience today, it can be a welcome break from the heat in the hot Berlin summer. One of the novelties of the experience is drinking from glasses made entirely of ice. Whether you choose a vodka shot, a cold beer, or a cocktail, your drink comes in a glass that slowly melts in your hand as you sip. Somewhere we briefly saw earlier is the DDR Museum on the banks of the River Spree. Walking inside the DDR Museum gives us a unique chance to step back into Cold War era Berlin and see what life was really like behind the Iron Curtain. The DDR was a one-party state, and every aspect of life was controlled by government propaganda. This section shows how the regime influenced education, media, and daily life. Many Western television programs were banned. Visitors can watch clips of DDR news reports, state-approved entertainment, and Cold War propaganda films. The Schwalbe was one of the most common forms of transport in East Germany. It was built to be cheap, reliable, and easy to repair. And of course, no trip to the DDR Museum would be complete without sitting inside a Trabant. This iconic two-stroke engine car was the pride of East Germany, despite being slow, unreliable, and taking up to 15 years to obtain due to long waiting lists. Here you can sit in the driver's seat and experience a simulated Trabant driving experience, giving you a taste of what it was like to drive this tiny, smoky car through the streets of East Berlin. Instead of metal, Trabants were built using Duroplast, a fiberglass-like plastic made from recycled materials. This made them lightweight but not very durable. When the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, thousands of East Germans drove their Trabants into West Berlin, marking the end of the DDR. The child's bedroom exhibit in the DDR Museum offers a glimpse into what life was like for East German children growing up behind the Iron Curtain. The room is small but functional, reflecting the typical layout of a child's space in a socialist-era apartment. The DDR Museum uses the elevator as a symbol of East German everyday life. Kitchens in the DDR were small, functional, and designed for efficiency. One of the most engaging and interactive exhibits in the DDR Museum is the bedroom, where visitors can try on virtual DDR-era clothing. The DDR Museum is both immersive and insightful. As we come to the final stop on our Berlin adventure, we arrive at the Fernsehturm, the towering landmark that has appeared in nearly every clip throughout our journey. Rising 368 meters above Berlin, the Fernsehturm is a defining feature of the city's skyline and a symbol of both East Berlin and the reunified capital. The Fernsehturm was built between 1965 and 1969 by the German Democratic Republic as a broadcasting tower. Its purpose was to transmit television signals across East Berlin and beyond. It also served as a statement of the power and technological prowess of the socialist state. Despite its construction in the east, the Fernsehturm's presence became a symbol of Berlin as a whole after the fall of the Berlin Wall, as it towers over both sides of the city. The viewing platform sits at 203 meters above the ground. The views from the top are truly breathtaking, offering a 360-degree panorama of the city. On a clear day, you can see as far as the Berlin-Brandenburg Airport, Potsdam, and Spreewald, with famous landmarks like the Brandenburg Gate, Reichstag Building, and Berlin Cathedral clearly visible. The tower's observation deck and restaurant were once luxury attractions only accessible to a select few, but today, they are open to all visitors, offering incredible views of Berlin and its historic sites. The restaurant above the viewing platform offers a unique experience as it slowly rotates, giving you a constantly changing perspective of Berlin, making it a great place to dine with a view. Of course, as we're in Berlin, visitors can experience the bar while taking in the views. When it's time to leave, we take the elevator back down, which is an experience in itself. As you descend, the elevator speeds up, and you can feel the subtle changes in pressure as you return to ground level. The descent gives you one last chance to reflect on the immensity of the tower and its significance in the city's history. This completes our journey as we take one last look back at the Fernsehturm, and we wave goodbye and say Auf Wiedersehen and Dankeschön. Thanks for watching part 1. Please add a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to CLM Adventures for more from Berlin and beyond.